All right, so Royal Flush right back there. We noticed something about a week ago. When the game would end and it was a match, it would give 5 or 6 credits instead of just doing the single dunk and giving a credit. Interesting problem. I didn't actually have a chance to look at it, and it would just go dunk, 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 and then it would end, and it was like, it was no big deal. It was kind of funny. Because people, when they hear the dunk, 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 they're like, what the heck's going on? Did I break the machine? So then I noticed the other day that at the end of the game, it would cycle a few times before finally ending the game. So it was probably doing that fairly consistently on and off. But I just didn't notice because you don't hear that. You hear the thunk, 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 but you don't hear the thing, when there's a bunch of people in here. So I looked at it. So let's have a look at what the problem is, what the problem was, and what the problem was, how easy it is to fix. Super easy to fix. Let's put the ball in it, and I will show you. All right. It's cycling when I put the ball in it, and we don't get a game over. I covered this before in a previous video, but I didn't really show you what it was doing. This is the same sort of problem, but slightly different. And let me explain. Okay, on this era of Gottlieb, they have this one that's marked Q, game over, relay. It's kind of dangly here because I have to show you something on this. At the end of the game, this relay engages, and that ends the game for you. So in a previous video, I showed you this lovely thing. This, I keep it in here as a memento. This is the solenoid out of the game over relay, and it had basically cooked itself to death. This is not an uncommon thing to happen after all of these years, because this machine, as long as it's plugged in and the game is over, this solenoid is going to be engaged. So it's going to get a lot more use and electrical wear, shall we say. It will probably end up cooking itself eventually. In the last couple days, this one has been having a hard time ending the game. Yesterday, it just would sit and cycle. It wouldn't end the game at all. And I didn't have really a chance to look at it until today. I pretty much knew what it was. And this is not an uncommon thing to have happen, because it can be one little tiny switch that makes this coil stay engaged. That could be slightly out of adjustment or need a little bit of cleaning. And I'll show you how to find it because it's really easy. So on all of these relays, if it's the type that is supposed to stay shut, it is probably, the switch to control that is probably on the relay itself. So we can look at some of these over here, and here's an orange wire that comes from here and goes down to the solenoid. That means that this switch right here engages this solenoid. Hi, Editing 7 here. I should say, or it disengages the solenoid. It depends on what the switch and the solenoid are doing, and the naturally opened or closed value of the switch. You just need to look at it and figure out what it's supposed to be doing. But that switch directly interacts with the solenoid. I just wanted to make that clear. It doesn't always make it close. Same with on this one. So if we look over here, we have this orange wire, and it goes to this switch in the, it goes to this switch right here in the back. So if that switch right there is not making a good contact, or if it's got some corrosion on it or something like that, this thing probably won't shut. It will just sit and cycle. And that's exactly the case on this one. I just did a little cleaning on that switch, and then I used a little switch adjustment tool, and I made it a little bit closer, because if I pushed on this, it would engage. But if I just left it to its own devices, it would just try to close, and it wouldn't close all the way. That implied to me that maybe it wasn't getting enough power to through that switch. It was just touching, but it wasn't enough to like really lock it down. So cleaning that and adjusting that one switch fixed my problem. So I was just getting ready to lower the playfield and show you that this was fixed and running, and I bumped the thing to start a game. I had it up there with the ball still in here. So the playfield was up, it started a game, it kicked the ball out. So let's play a little game of find the ball, because I think it went... Where are you, little ball? There you are. I found you. Be free. Okay. Ball 2. We'll shoot the ball. Down it goes. Awesome. Ball 3. If we've done this right, it will drain. And the game, it'll do a little cha-chunk, and the game will end. Kerchunk, game ends. Super simple, easy problem. It's probably a good thing to know. I just realized it's weird. What's this weird light? It's my headlamp that I left in there. Only the most professional videos for you people. As I was saying, it's probably a good thing to know how to identify which switch is responsible for holding that switch stack closed, what switch engages that solenoid, because you're going to find that happens a lot, that it doesn't seem like it's staying closed, like it's got low power, or you're kind of fighting it, like why is this not doing what it's supposed to be doing? And it's usually just that switch. That's usually all it is. Super easy. That's the first thing I go to, and it should be the first thing that you go to when you're trying to troubleshoot one of these and that switch isn't staying closed like it should. So yeah, super quick video, super easy. Hopefully that made sense. I wing these videos. You know how I am. I just wing them. I just talk. And sometimes they result in my ball getting lost. Anyway, that's all I have for this for now. See you later.